Hey man, let me be real with you from the very start. If you're always there, always available, always responding instantly, you're actually killing any chance of a woman truly falling in love with you. Love doesn't grow from constant proximity or convenience. It blossoms from distance, from tension, from that magnetic push and pull. When you're always in her face, always saying yes, always bending over backwards to please, you're taking away the very thing she needs to build emotional investment, the space to miss you. Women don't fall for comfort, they fall for contrast. They crave that emotional roller coaster, the highs and lows, the sparks of uncertainty that keep them hooked. Without that longing, without the subtle pain of absence, what you get is not love, it's just convenience, and convenience never ignites passion. Here's a truth most guys don't understand. Women fall in love in cycles. First, they're attracted to the idea of you, the vibe, the mystery, the energy you bring. But for that initial attraction to deepen into obsession, she has to feel your absence. If you're constantly accessible, that intrigue fades fast, boredom creeps in, comfort leads to complacency, and her hypergamous instinct, that natural drive to seek out the best, kicks into overdrive when a man feels scarce, powerful, and emotionally strong. So if you want to spark her feminine desire and keep it alive, you have to master the art of presence and absence. Not as a game, but as a natural rhythm. Show her your fire, your confidence, your magnetic energy, then step back and let her feel the space you create. That space is where desire grows. It's the silent signal that says, I'm a man with a life, purpose, and value beyond you. This is exactly where most men fall apart. They meet a woman, feel the connection, and immediately try to drown her in attention. They think that by showing they care non-stop, they'll prove they're different. But here's the kicker. Women don't love based on logic or constant reassurance. They love through emotional contrast. If you're always available, you leave no room for anticipation, no space for her to wonder about you. And without that wonder, without those questions, where is he? What's he doing? Does he still want me? Desire dies before it really gets started. The first step to maximizing her hypergamy, her natural pull toward high-value men, is to reclaim your energy. Stop chasing. Stop being the one to always text first. Stop giving 100% while she gives 60%. Instead, lock in on your mission, your goals, your growth. When you build a life that's rich, purposeful, and full, your presence becomes precious because your absence is felt deeply. You don't have time to constantly entertain or reassure, and that makes her lean in. She'll start shifting her behavior without even realizing it. She'll wonder about your life, your values, the other women you might be seeing, and she'll think about you more than she expected. That's when you start rewiring her emotional system. Women fall hard for men who make them feel something different. And in this world of endless availability, what's different? A man who doesn't need her validation, a man who isn't desperate for her attention, a man who gives her space not because he's playing games, but because he's busy becoming the highest version of himself. Every time she doesn't hear from you, your absence leaves a mark. It lingers in her mind. It makes her compare you to the other guys blowing up her phone with needy texts, and that's when her hypergamous nature flips in your favor. Because now you're not chasing her, you're challenging her. Step 2 is mastering delayed gratification. A woman's desire grows stronger in your absence, but only if you gave her emotional impact in your presence. When you're with her, don't just be there, show up, bring masculine polarity, maintain strong eye contact, be grounded and silent when appropriate, show confidence without arrogance, make her feel full emotionally but still wanting more. Never unload your feelings or ask her how she feels about you every 5 minutes. Stay centered, calm, and present. And when you leave the room, that's when your power kicks in. The space you create after you walk away fuels her mind, her heart, and her longing. Quick break. Close your eyes for a second. Picture her, the girl you've always wanted. Feel what it would be like to actually have her. Now open your eyes, because here's the truth. Right now, you're invisible to her. You're getting outcompeted by guys with more money, better looks, higher status, and stronger game. You're playing a rigged game, and you're losing. But I've spent the last 35 years mastering this, studying, testing, and finally finding the secrets to get the girls I always wanted. You want to stop getting ignored? You want her chasing you? Then you need to wake up and act. Click the link in the comments if you are truly committed and take the first step toward becoming that guy. Few spots left. Be fast or miss out your last chance to make her yours. Let's get back to it. Real desire is forged in the tension between presence and absence. When you overwhelm a woman with constant attention, you flatten her emotional landscape. You numb her senses, make your energy predictable, and inevitably, you become boring. The spark dies because there's no mystery left to explore, but when you pull away with quiet confidence, when you step back without needing to explain yourself, while remaining emotionally consistent and grounded, you create something powerful. An emotional puzzle she can't help but try to solve. She starts chasing not because you commanded it or played some manipulative game, but because her biology and psychology naturally push her to pursue what feels scarce yet valuable. That's hypergamy working in your favor. The innate female instinct to secure the highest quality partner available. Scarcity combined with genuine quality signals triggers this instinct deeply and unconsciously. It's not about playing hard to get, it's about embodying a life that's rich and full so that your attention becomes something precious, something worth earning. So, the next time you meet a woman, don't be that guy desperate to fill every moment with texts, calls, or check-ins. Don't be the man who's constantly available, desperately trying to prove his worth through endless attention. Instead, be the man who's lived enough life to have other priorities, who holds his attention like a valuable currency, rare and meaningful. Be the man who lets her chase the feeling you create, not just your physical presence or availability. This isn't manipulation, it's alignment with the deep currents of human nature and psychology. A man truly aligned with his purpose becomes magnetic by default. He doesn't need to shout or prove himself because his energy, his calm confidence, and his emotional stability do the talking for him. His presence alone signals value. To break it down clearly, 1. Stop being overly available and stop sacrificing your energy for validation. 2. Create emotional contrast by mastering the delicate balance between showing up and stepping away. 3. Focus relentlessly on your own life, mission, and growth so your attention feels like a reward, not an entitlement. 4. Use delayed gratification as a tool to intensify her desire. Give her moments of fullness followed by absence so her mind can fill the gaps with anticipation. 5. Maintain masculine polarity by staying grounded, confident, and emotionally stable, never needy or reactive. When you do these things, you stop competing on the shallow level of convenience and instead compete on the deep level of emotional impact. That's where true attraction lives, where women fall hard and stay loyal. So start today. Pull back with purpose, dive into your mission fully, and watch how her attraction shifts, not because you've changed what you say, but because you've changed how you make her feel. Your energy becomes the language she understands, the experience she craves, and the reality she can't get enough of. Now, let's dive deeper into the psychology behind this dynamic, because truly understanding why it works will help you internalize it faster and make it second nature. Women are wired, deep down, to seek out men who exhibit high value. And that value isn't just about looks, money, or status on the surface. It's about emotional and social dominance. The subtle cues that signal strength, independence, and reliability. When you're constantly available, always responding instantly, always bending over backwards to please her, you unintentionally signal low value. You broadcast neediness, dependence, and a lack of personal boundaries. These are unconscious red flags for her brain, triggering an alarm that you're not the strong, capable, and self-possessed provider she's biologically designed to be attracted to. The feminine brain thrives on emotional highs and lows. Think about why roller coasters, suspense movies, or dramatic stories are so captivating, because they create waves of anticipation, excitement, and release. You want to become that roller coaster in her emotional world. You want to be the unpredictable spike of emotion that breaks the monotony of her everyday routine and leaves her feeling alive, not dull, not predictable. Contrast is the secret source of attraction. When your presence lights her up, makes her heart race or her thoughts spin, and your absence leaves a gap, a void she feels deeply, that's when she becomes emotionally hooked. She starts to seek you out, craving the unique feelings you awaken in her. This is what real attraction is, an addictive emotional experience that goes far beyond simple liking or comfort. It's the difference between casual acquaintance and deep obsession. But to master this, you must first master yourself. This means cultivating a life that's genuinely rich, interesting, and full on your own terms. Your attention becomes a precious and rare commodity only because your world is full and vibrant without her. Don't fake this by pretending to be busy. Build it authentically. Pursue your goals with passion. Cultivate hobbies that excite you. Build meaningful friendships. Travel. Learn new skills. When your life is full, women won't feel like they have to be your entire universe, and ironically, that makes them want to be a part of it all the more. A very practical way to put this into action is through what I call texting discipline. Early on especially, don't respond immediately to every message. Let her wait a bit. Use that time to focus on yourself, your tasks, your growth. When you do respond, keep your messages light, confident, and just a little playful. Avoid needy explanations or long-winded replies. Don't always initiate the conversation. Let her chase you a little. This natural push-pull tension creates emotional investment because it engages her mind and emotions on a deeper level. And when you do meet in person, show up fully present, but don't unload all your emotions at once. Leave her curious. Leave her wanting more rather than giving her all your cards on the table immediately. Emotional scarcity, when balanced right, creates immense emotional value. It's the space in between moments that builds desire. Remember, this is not about playing childish games or manipulation. It's about respecting natural attraction patterns and honoring your own boundaries. When you respect yourself, others respect you more. Women can sense this energy instantly. It's magnetic and irresistible. So instead of begging for her attention, create an environment where your attention feels like a reward, something she earns rather than something she expects. This simple shift flips the entire dynamic. You stop being the desperate pursuer and become the prize she wants to win. And in the dating world, that shift is everything. Now, let's get tactical about how to build and maintain this powerful emotional scarcity in your everyday interactions, because attraction thrives in the delicate balance between presence and absence. The goal is to make your attention feel like a rare, valuable commodity, not an endless resource. It's not about playing games or being aloof for the sake of it. It's about setting clear boundaries that honor your time and energy while naturally amplifying her desire. First, start by defining and enforcing communication boundaries. For example, decide to reply to texts no more than twice a day, or answer calls only when it fits your schedule. Not immediately, every single time. This doesn't mean you're ignoring her or being disrespectful. It means you're living your life on your terms. When she texts first, allow yourself a delay, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, before responding. If she calls, let it ring a little or return the call when convenient. These small pauses build anticipation and subtly communicate that your time is valuable. It's not about hard-to-get games. It's about being intentional with your attention, which makes it more magnetic. Next, craft your messages thoughtfully. Keep texts short, confident, and teasing rather than overly emotional or needy. Instead of saying, "I'm really looking forward to seeing you," try something playful and a little provocative, like, "You're going to have to keep up with me when we hang out," or "I'll bring the fun, you bring the charm." Humor and light sarcasm work great here. Just keep it natural and avoid overdoing it. This tone maintains your masculine polarity and keeps the emotional energy dynamic rather than static. When you meet in person, be fully present but emotionally balanced. Show genuine interest without trying to win approval or please excessively. Stand tall, maintain confident eye contact, and smile naturally. Use light teasing and casual touches to build chemistry, but always respect her boundaries. The aim is to create a vibrant, electric energy between you that feels exciting and new, rather than suffocating or overwhelming. Emotional scarcity here means you're engaged and compelling, but not desperate or clingy. Don't hesitate to take breaks from communication when needed, even for a day or two, if you sense the dynamic getting stale or predictable. Absence truly can make the heart grow fonder. Use these breaks to dive deeper into your own interests, social life, and personal growth. This not only boosts your attractiveness, but also keeps you grounded and prevents you from slipping into needy or clingy behavior. Pay close attention to signs she's becoming more emotionally invested. Does she initiate contact more often? Does she ask personal questions or share more about herself? Does she seem excited about your interactions? When you notice these signals, maintain your balanced approach. You can gradually increase your availability, but always protect the sense that your time and attention are valuable and not to be taken for granted. Remember, emotional scarcity isn't about manipulation or withholding affection to win someone over. It's about self-respect and authentic attraction. When you show that your time, energy, and attention are precious, you naturally attract people who want to invest in you and genuinely cherish the moments you share. This approach creates a foundation for stronger, healthier connections where both people feel valued, excited, and emotionally engaged. In the long term, this dynamic prevents burnout and emotional exhaustion by keeping your relationships fresh and full of positive anticipation. So commit to these principles. Set clear boundaries, communicate with confidence and playfulness, maintain your independence, and watch your relationships transform. Emotional scarcity will begin to feel like a natural extension of your personality, making you irresistibly magnetic to the right people. If you want, I can also help you craft specific text examples, navigate tricky conversations, or develop strategies for deepening connection once you've established that initial spark. Just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If this message spoke to you or gave you something to think about, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new drop. I've got more real talk, more growth, and more power coming your way, so stay locked in. And if you're going through something right now, just remember, your silence can say more than 1,000 words ever could. Take care of yourself, keep rising, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.